What's up, my friends? It is Mr. Gallows, of course, and welcome back to another fresh from the theater reaction. Well, guys, I'm sure you can tell already that I just returned from seeing Fluffy Bunny Meadow Happy Friends Garden Time. Yeah, guys, I mean, that film was fantastic. It was, in fact, as good as a Transformers movie. That's why I loved it so much. But seriously, guys, today I just got back, just returned from seeing Bumblebee. You know, there's one more movie that I had to see before we officially get out of the 2018 season and into the new movie season and reviews of 2019, and that is, of course, Bumblebee. So, did Bumblebee live up to the hype with all these fantastic reviews? Oh my god, that thing still smells like the garage that I bought it in. So yeah, guys, today I'm leaving the theater a little bit confused. I guess you would, confused is the best word to use for it because, you know, this movie's been out for a little while, so I did get the chance to read a couple of reviews, not many, but I did sift through a couple of reviews, and what I noticed from website to website is that this movie is getting praised. I mean, it is getting overwhelmingly positive reviews, like just, you know, a 93% or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes, which is unheard of. I mean, that's completely unheard of, unless it's being doctored, but, you know, you never know. That's a whole other story to begin with. But yeah, you know, I'm confused. I don't understand. I mean, it wasn't an awful movie. It's not a bad movie or anything, but it's not a gold star movie. It's not a 5-star movie, or by any means. It's not some, like, end-all, be-all Transformers movie, and I'm just a little bit confused by all the praise, I guess. Now, just to clarify, yes, I do think that Bumblebee is substantially better than anything that Michael Bay has ever done. Like, ever done, right? It's substantially better than any other Transformers movie, right? But the problem with this film is that it feels in too many areas like it's trying to be another film. Like, basically, the Transformers franchise was so bad because of Michael Bay that they took this film and they tried to make it into something else that's not exactly a Transformers movie. And that doesn't mean that they don't capture the feel of, like, the nostalgic Transformers. They do a good job of that. But what I mean is that the story writing elements are trying to make the movie something else when they just should have made it their own film. That's the problem with Hollywood these days, is that they're always trying to be someone else or trying to copy someone else. This film really shows that, and it really kind of hurts the film in a lot of ways, to be honest, because, you know, I mean, some parts of it do work, but for a majority of the film, it just kind of feels generic. Just like Aquaman, it's stuff that we've seen 1,000 times before, or it's really generic, or it's really overcooked, or it's really tired, and that makes me tired. I will say, though, something that I really enjoyed about this movie was the whole charm aspect. This movie has a lot of charm, and I love charm, man. And one of the reasons that I love charm is because, you know, people don't understand that you have to have some serious story writing skills to be able to create charm in a movie, and directing skills too. I guess you could say really everyone that comes together to make the movie has to have a certain degree of charm factor, and that's hard to find. It's really, really hard to find, and I really, really respect that. And where it comes from is Bumblebee's interactions with everybody in this movie. That's where the charm comes from. Bumblebee is not just a machine. Like, he's an actual person. He's almost a person, like alive. You know, he is a live sentient being, I guess, but he's like a human in this movie. It's like he's discovering things for himself. He's learning things. It's like almost like a baby, like discovering the world, discovering new things about their environment. That's how Bumblebee is portrayed. And then when he needs to shift over into badass mode, he's total badass. You get these great action sequences in there as well. So, but it's really that charm that exists between Bumblebee and all the characters in this movie that they really, really nailed. That's hard to do, and I do have respect for that, definitely. However, aside from some really great charm, you know, the movie as a whole is just basically another action movie with Transformers. I mean, yeah, you know, it does have that charm aspect. Yeah, it is a little bit, you know, better than, obviously, Michael Bay's films, but it's still just an action movie with Transformers, and by this time in our kind of, like, you know, existence in movies, you know, especially going into 2019 with all these great movies coming out, This is kind of old and tired. It's like everybody, it doesn't matter who's making the film. It's a Transformers movie. People already have that sour taste in their mouth. People are already tired of this franchise. We don't really care about this stuff. It's just an action movie with machines that we've seen 1,000 times before. So for that reason, I'm going to go with, we'll call it a decent score of 50%. Yeah, guys, sorry, unfortunately 50% is all I've got for this one. I understand that it's receiving a lot of praise, but I honestly think that that is purely coming from the fact that Michael Bay is not behind this. That's all this is coming. It's a better Transformers film. That's why it's receiving such high praise rates right now. It's not a bad film, but it's not great. Well, my friends, that's going to do it for this fresh from the theater reaction to Bumblebee. Now it's time for you guys to leave all of your thoughts, opinions, and your scores, of course, down below in the Great White Void. And as always, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you guys back here for the next, hopefully not Transformers review very soon. Take care, guys. Later.